today is 8:04 p.m. It is a Friday, November 25, 2022. I think I need to fix those formats for the dates. But yeah, I just got back from teaching, and I think this is my second to the last week before I resign. Teaching is a little bit of an issue in regards to my mental health. People say the grind is real, but no, I shall not try to teach for the next year. It's getting very, very tiring. And sometimes whenever I go to these meetings or whenever I try to go to these Zoom calls, I usually try to over prepare, and usually I prepare like 1 or 2 hours. So that's just like saying 1 or 2 hours lost from my time. Not to mention the 50 minutes that you also have to teach and the additional 10 minutes that you have to log the report. But yeah, like I mentioned before, they're still very smart. Yeah, so going back to this topic right here. So I think you might have noticed the title of the video. Yeah. We had a conversation with my girlfriend the other day. I think it was just yesterday, about the concept of love. And I have argued that my point that love is something like marriage or like having a family. I believe right now that this 21st century, or the newcomers of this new generation, is seeing love more like a detriment, or something more like a negative that tries to detriment their own life. Think about it. During the 90s or the 80s, or maybe the generation of your parents or your grandmother or your grandfather, the concept of marriage is something that is very pure, and something that, hey, if you meet this guy, if you meet this girl, be prepared to be with them until death do us part, right? And then now you get into the repercussions of believing to that concept. At least right now in the Philippines, there's been a heavy debate regarding marriage. Of course, it's hard to divorce in this kind of country as well. And of course, the religion of Catholicism is still going strong. So, what does marriage mean when you get through all these fights, through all these misunderstandings throughout those years? Would you still believe in the concept of marriage? Would you still believe in the concept of for everlasting love until you die? With the fights, with all those worries, with all those, I don't know, if you go deep into it, would all those abuse, gaslighting, would mean something good for you for the whole life? And that's what a lot of people have been thinking about marriage. At least that's what I've been told. And yeah, same thing goes for family planning, having kids. Why would you try to have kids in this wretched place? Why would you try to contribute to another human being that just adds to more problems to this never-ending overpopulation? I mean, we just tried to hit 8 billion people, I think, just last week. And now we're trying to increase even more exponentially. And I don't know. For me, if you ask me, I believe it's better to adopt rather than just having your own child, because there's a lot of people here who just dispose their own child to an orphanage or something. And yeah, that's also becoming a tough problem as well. People say before that families is a good thing. You care about legacy, you care about the future, you care about just having your own child, your own creation. Wouldn't that be great? But now it's a bit different, because there's a lot of things that we can worry about. For example, our own life. And when it comes to our own life, we always try to optimize it to the best of experiences. Yes, my girlfriend argued about love comes naturally. For me, I tend to see it as something like a marriage or family planning as well. Yes, you can see the goodness inside of creating a child or having marriage. But whenever you're in love, it's the same thing, right? But it has some consequences as well. Like, same things, misunderstandings. Same things, incompatibility, different energy. You try to be with this person and you think that this can last forever, but there's a lot of times where it doesn't happen at all. I mean, I'm very optimistic for the current perception of love right now, but we're seeing it right now, like the hookup culture, like the openness of bisexuality, the openness of monogamy. No. I forgot the opposite of monogamy. Yeah, something where it involves a third party, like be a cock fluffer or something. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of options right now that feels like all of these people think it's very easy to do. And since there's a lot of options, wouldn't you think that the concept of marriage, the concept of having this forever girlfriend or boyfriend, still be something that's ideal? I mean, it's hard right now. People are already very, you can say, very independent. People really want to care for their lives right now, in terms of their job, in terms of their lifestyle. And I think the pandemic alone also just helped us reflect that self-identity, right? But yeah, that's my opinion about love. It's a bit mix and match. It's a bit on the gray area. And I mean, at the end of the day, beliefs and perceptions change every new generation. It's something that we have to adapt every now and then. And yeah, I don't like to be those type of people or those generic parents where we disagree with those people, with the newer generation, of what they believe of what love is. So the best that I can do is to try to be open. The best that I can do is to try to see from their side as well. Try to understand them. But yeah, it's just a neat thing to know. What is love, right? Love. So love is a feeling, but sometimes the feeling right now, at least what the new generation seems to perceive, is that those kinds of feelings can still be replaced by another person. And now with the access of apps, internets, and all of those stuff, it's more easier to actually have an artificial replication of that kind of feeling. Yeah, so yeah, it's I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but as long as it helps people, as long as it helps the economy, the development of an economy, like just getting down to the basics. Well, what is the lifestyle of your own person when you're with another person? And that's a big risk, right? And that's a lot of what the people are reflecting about. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I've been into a ramble today, but I think you already know where my stance is on that. So there you go. I'll see you again on the next video. Bye.